Happy Thursday. We've got an R8. A lot of construction in Escondido today. This is right after I get off. Oh, that's a lot of noise. Right after I get off the 15 on Valley Parkway in Escondido, turn left to go west, and the right turn lane on the Auto Parkway here has been a mess for a long time. Just some holes in the road. I think they dug it up to put some sort of sensors in there, and then for about, I don't know, a few months it's been rough. So it looks like they're finally repaving that, which will be super nice. I'm gonna let the Honda bike go first. Hopefully I can still turn right. Picking up parts today, oil pan for the anthracite car and whatever else has come in. Supposedly the M5 E60 mirrors are supposed to come back, so maybe we'll put those on today. And then our friend Justin's coming over for dinner tonight. I think we're making burgers. It's a beautiful day. It is 87 degrees in March. That's not to be long-lived though. We've got 2 days of rain and some cool weather coming in early next week. Which is fine in the spring. We're gonna green things up. We've got beautiful flowers starting to come out all over the place. It smells really good. Spring's in the air and I love it. Lots and lots of work on Sepang today. So Mike and my dad did the majority of it. I came in, did a little training session, kind of explained how it's done and what the order of operations is. But the clutch pedal's installed, the return springs, tear cylinders for the clutch master cylinder, clutch is plumbed out to the brake fluid reservoir, and it looks like a manual car now. If I could reach the door, I'd open it. It's got a clutch pedal in there. It feels fairly normal, minus the fact there's no hydraulic pressure, because all we did down here was get the pipe through, which is that. So pipes through the, it's not really the firewall, pipes through the tunnel. I'm really ready to hook up all the stuff down here and get the transmission on, but I want to handle a little bit of wiring while we still have so much room there. Also removed the center console trim today, plus the center console. The SMG selector control unit is out. Took the steering wheel off and removed the paddles today, which are over there, and this place is so packed I've got to walk around here this way. Front door panels came off of this today. The rears are done. I've replaced all of those clips. Odd that it's locked. We're ready for the mirrors. They were supposed to be delivered today. Then they had to go and re-clear coat one of them. So now they're coming tomorrow morning. We'll slap the mirrors on there. Bolt the door panels back on, which are in here. There's those paddle shifters. And then the E60 is ready to go out to the paint, to the detailer next Monday. There's what the back of an E60 M5 door panel looks like. The airbag is modularly built into the panel, which I think is brilliant. And I did do another video. I did a video on the rear removal that's going to publish tomorrow. Try to get the front video published Tuesday or Wednesday next week. Let's see, they did some work. I did some work on this today. We removed both front struts, adjusted the spring installation on that perch, put them back in. Removed the sway links. The hardware was all messed up there, so we fixed that. It's got new curved control arms. We replaced the locking nuts on the tie rods, kind of because you have to. The brake hose was kinked. We fixed that during this process. New lower oil pan, power steering flush, oil change. Drive shaft is back in, diff is back in, subframe bushings are done and perfect now. Heat shields are in. It's coming along very well. Really, it's ready for exhaust at this phase. And then we've got to install a blue bus, a shark tune, waiting on the cluster to come back. What did they do with the engine? Oh, we got new air filters in the engine today. I mentioned the power steering change. We got a new reservoir cap over there. Now they're blue. So loads and loads of progress. He's added, as most customers do, and it's not really a problem. In fact, it's a very good problem to have, that people come in here for jobs A, B, C, and D and then end up going all the way down to W. But it is more challenging to make those additional appointments, order those extra parts. Kind of a time problem, because I don't plan for that, and they come in here and then we got to change the work scope, and cars end up staying longer than they would have otherwise. So he has added window tint. It's 70% right now, or it's like 20% right now. He wants to take it to 70% so we can see to drive at night. He just doesn't want it to look like a tinted car, which I respect. And then the other thing is a full detail, which it desperately needs. And I think Kevin, the detailer, will love the opportunity to work on this thing, as it's pretty darn nice. These old Michelin, what are they? AS3s. Where's the date? Oh, not too bad. 3118. They're a little low, so we've got new ones over there. PS4S, so we'll get those on for him. Today I'm taking the 545 home. I finally got the Carly scanner to work with OBD diagnosis or OBD readiness. You have to cycle the key twice. That's the key. So on the Imola car, it's not passing the evaporative thing because there's a code for a fuel tank leak. We still need to take that wheel off and look at the hose and see what's going on. Everything else is ready to go. But unfortunately, that means I'm gonna have to fix that problem, then clear all the codes, then drive it for another couple of days until it passes the federal test drive procedure. The 545, which is on the other side of that wall right now, is failing several things. Not failing, it's just not ready for several things. I think we need more driving. So I'll bring it back home tonight, back up here tomorrow, check it again, see if that gets us any closer. This is the diff from the E60 Sepang. It is ready to go on once we get the front bushings in, which I don't think they've done yet. We have those, they're ready to go in. No, they're not in yet. So lots of progress. As I said, Justin's coming over tonight, so I'm gonna wrap things up here in the inbox, get home, shower, and then I think we're grilling out, having some burgers. Maybe I'll make some Mai Tais. Good evening. It is about 11 o'clock. I'm not gonna turn on more lights. My eyes are tired. I had cooked. Tonight was a lot of fun. My dad's friend Justin, Mike, Gary, and I made some double burgers out back. Justin brought some fun cheese and some different buns, and we had awesome dessert. Chocolate lava cake that he made in the oven, and then some vanilla ice cream, and watched one of his favorite movies. Nice night. Beautiful outside. We had dinner out on the patio for, I think, the first time in 2022. 545 is back tonight. 2 issues on the way home, annoyingly. Number one is, once I got on the highway, the TPMS light came on, and that happened about 10 days ago, the last time I drove it back. We found kind of a barb or it timed out. Found a barb in the rear left wheel, had that patched. I'm thinking that the TPMS just hasn't been reset. So we'll get a look at the tire pressures tomorrow and I'll reset the sensors. Thing 2, before we had the car aligned because we replaced front control arms. It spent years on jack stands. It was time to get an alignment. And to go straight, you were left. So we took it back to the alignment shop, had them fix it. Oh yeah, no, we got it right now. It's gonna be great. Now you are right. As much as you were left to go straight, now you are right to go straight. Why is it so hard? Why is it so challenging? Shops really struggle with this. And I'm thinking that as you're going 70 miles an hour, small differences in the steering wheel are extremely perceivable. Whereas you drive it 4 feet straight onto the alignment rack, not really. Whatever it is crazy difficult to get an alignment to be actually straight. To have the steering wheel perfectly at 12 o'clock means the car goes straight. That is very hard. So it'll be a 3rd time back. Hopefully they can get it. If not, we're just gonna have to bite the bullet, pay the $375 and have it aligned by someone that actually test drives the car afterwards, because no one else does that. They don't have time. Service in Southern California sucks, and my business aims to change that. Other than that, the car drives well. I hooked up the Carly today. It's still missing a few points for the readiness for the smog. So we've got a nice cold start, and then a warm up on the way home. It's gonna be another one tomorrow. I'll try to drive it as much as possible. If I have to drive this thing all weekend, I will. I'm gonna take a quick moment and complain about what many people would love, and I don't mean for it to come off this way. I have to drive customer cars almost all the time, and it's a great privilege, and I enjoy driving all sorts of unique and cool BMWs. Imola Red E39 M5 with Imola Red interiors, with caramel interiors, LMB cars. I get to drive steel gray, 1 of 5 of North America M5s, low mileage cars, high mileage cars, well cared for cars, multiple Silverstone cars. It's an honor, it's a privilege. I really want to drive my own car. I have built the car that I've built over 12 years because that is what I want the E39 M5 to be. It's what I want my car to be. And I feel like I don't have an opportunity to drive it because, oh, this car needs miles. This car has to get smog, so it needs miles. I have to test drive this car. And I like that. I wish I could do that 2-ish, 3-ish days a week and drive mine the remainder of the time. With where we are right now, really my car needs to go into storage, some sort of long-term storage solution where it can just sit until I'm at a point in life where I can drive it. Right now, I have to be driving these customer cars, and I enjoy it. And this car is fun to drive, and it's rewarding that it was towed into us with no working transmission, an engine that hadn't run in 2 years, and here I've put 200 miles on it, and aside from a tire defect code and an alignment issue, it's driving beautifully. I don't mean to bitch about that too much. Anyways, I'm exhausted, dead tired. I'm going to bed. Tomorrow's Friday. We'll talk then. Happy early weekend.